royal biographer Andrew Morton believes Meghan and Harry are to become divisive figures due to their relationship with the more progressive wing of society. Asked what the Duke and Duchess of Sussex can offer the House of Windsor can, Princess Diana's biographer told, they want to be the change. They have aligned themselves with the progressive wing of society. And so they will be divisive figures because a lot of Republicans don't like them, they think they are too liberal. However, Mr. Morton believes the causes backed so far by Meghan and Harry aren't too far from issues the royal family could also tackle. The author of Meghan, a Hollywood Princess, said, the causes they have gone for seeming to be the kind of things the royal family would have done anyway, encouraging people to vote, encouraging people to get vaccinated. But he also noted the COVID-19 jab is more controversial in the US than in the UK, as in Britain the whole political spectrum have embraced the vaccination campaign since the very beginning. He said, the fact is that in America vaccination has become a political issue. Since relocating across the pond in late March 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been in touch with prominent figures in the Democratic Party, including former First Lady Michelle Obama and the Mayor of New York Bill de Blasio. In the run-up to the 2020 presidential elections in the U.S., Meghan was vocal about the importance of registering to vote. Appearing in a video for the Time 100 special in September 2020, she addressed the upcoming vote as the most important election in our lifetime, while the Duke of Sussex urged people to reject hate speech, misinformation and online negativity. Their intervention was blasted as inappropriate political meddling by many royal commentators and even a Republican member of Congress. Others noted the Queen herself, while abiding by the principle of political neutrality, had previously spoken about the importance of casting the ballot. In 2003, Her Majesty voiced her concern over the poor turnout at the election of that year's Welsh National Assembly. In a speech to the Assembly delivered after only 38% of the people eligible to vote did so, the monarch said, "Elections are the fundamental means by which everyone can participate in the business of government. I share your concerns that we must encourage all our people to exercise their right to vote. This is a real challenge now before us all." Among other causes endorsed by Meghan and Harry over the past year, there have been supporting communities, the creation of a more humane and safe digital infrastructure, and the fight against misinformation and fake news. The Duchess of Sussex has written an open letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senator Chuck Schumer calling for paid leave for all parents. Meghan said she is not an elected official nor is she a politician, but an engaged citizen and a parent. She said millions of women have dropped out of the American workforce to care for their children and loved ones, and the pandemic has exposed long-existing fault lines in our communities. She wrote, "The working mom or parent is facing the conflict of being present or being paid. The sacrifice of either comes at a great cost." The U.S. has no paid parental leave system at present, although President Joe Biden has pledged to introduce it. While Meghan has insisted she is not a politician, her letter is a break from royal tradition in that it comes down firmly on one side of a political debate. The Duchess has been tipped to move into politics in the future, with some even positing that she may one day run for president. Tom Bower, who is currently writing a biography of the Duchess, wrote in The Sun earlier this year that running for president is surely the next step for Meghan. In a piece celebrating Meghan's 40th birthday earlier this summer, Mr. Bower wrote, "Once Harry has finished promoting his books, will Meghan launch her own global campaign to engage in the swirling muck of American politics? Just as she seduced the royal family, will she tempt California's power brokers to promote her own political ambitions to the Senate and possibly beyond, via her friendship with America's Vice President Kamala Harris and the Obamas?" However, he did note Meghan's thin skin to criticism, likely referring to her response to critical press coverage. He said, "Although her political rhetoric is skeletal and her skin is thin to criticism, surely that is the next step on her crusade for goodness. Criticism is an inherent part of politics, as politicians throw dirt at each other and with the public willing to castigate politicians for any decision they disagree with. Sometimes this criticism lurches into abuse, too, with analysis from Amnesty International showing that women and ethnic minorities often face the brunt of this. Those going into politics therefore have to be aware that this is an unfortunate reality for lawmakers." Mr. Bower suggested Meghan would have little difficulty being nominated as one of California's 40 congressmen sent to Washington, owing to the support she would have from Democrat godfathers the Clintons and the Obamas. If successful for 2 terms, a mere 4 years, he said Meghan could then run for one of California's 2 Senate seats, or run for the state's governorship. After a decade, which Mr. Bower described as the prime of a politician's life, she could feasibly justify a bid to be the Democratic nomination for the presidency. Mr. Bower wrote, "To get that prize will require a lot of learning, endless travel and an iron constitution to survive exhausting political meetings and defeat the critics. Meghan certainly has the guts and self-belief to fight to the top of the greasy pole. The question is whether she has the stamina. When asked about the possibility of Meghan running for president in 2024, Donald Trump said he hopes it happens. He said, "If that happened, I think I would have an even stronger feeling toward running. I am not a fan of Meghan.